Hey guys, what's going on? It's Alex here with another NFL Week 2 prediction this time. So, it's first time ever predicting NFL scores. I'd say I did pretty good. Finished Week 1 11-5. We did have some shocking upsets. I'm still shook. Still mad about that Bengals loss. I had faith with the way Joe Burrow went down the field. I thought they were going to pull through. And then who could have expected the Washington football team to go on a 27-point run with 8 sacks to win the game? So 11-5, I'll take it. They had some wild ones. The Cowboys game could have gone either way. So who knows? So let's start off with Week 2, Thursday Night Football. We got the Bengals visiting the Browns. I'm going to say it again. I said it last time. I think I take Cincinnati to win this one. I know I said it last time and it didn't go as planned, but I believe that the Chargers are the better team of the Chargers and the Browns. Don't really trust Baker Mayfield. Cincinnati's going to get some of their starters back in Geno Atkins. So I have faith that the Cincinnati defense can hold off Baker Mayfield in what should be one of the top 5 offenses in the league. I think Cincinnati pulls away with this one. Next up, we got the Giants and the Bears. Giants put on a pretty pitiful performance on Monday night. So I think I'm going to take the Bears on this one. I think Bears go 2-0 to start their season. The defense is still looking pretty strong. I'm still not sold on Trubisky at QB, but it's either Trubisky or Foles. Foles really doesn't do well outside of Philadelphia. Giants kind of caught. I don't know if Danny Dimes is going to be the answer just yet. He's going to need some more help. I mean, he's got Darius Slay and Evan Ingram and Saquon Barkley. He's got some backup there on offense, so it's going to be big-time Saquon. I think Saquon's going to do well this game, but I'm not sure. I think I'm going to still stick with the Bears. I think the Bears are going to take this one. Next up, we got the Rams at Philadelphia. Before last week, I probably would have taken Philadelphia to win this one, but I'm not so sure anymore. Philadelphia did just give up 27 points and 0 second half scores to the Washington football team. So I think I'm going to take LA here. I know I doubted LA last week. They seem to pull through for us big at SoFi Stadium for the opener. I think I take the Rams here, and I think it's going to be a one-score game. Falcons and Cowboys. This one is another one that I'm not completely sure on. And I think I'm going to go. This might be an easy loss, but I think I'm going to go with Atlanta on this one. I think that they're going to be able to pull something out against Dallas. Dallas, I'm not sure why they're not winning more often. I'm really not sure. Dallas should be one of the better teams in the NFL. The offense is star-studded. I mean, you've got Dak, Zeke, you've got now CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Tony Pollard. You got still one of the strongest O-lines in all of football. The defense is still pretty solid, led by Leighton Vander Esch. There's no reason this team should fail, but I think I'm still going to take Atlanta on this one. Dallas, you burned me last week. Don't do it again. Panthers at Bucks. This one, I think I'm going to have to go with the Buccaneers on this one. I mean, Carolina did pull away with the win last week, but they're going against a better team than I think Indianapolis. I think Tampa Bay, Tom Brady, he's going to start to get his bearings. I don't think he's going to throw 4 pick sixes in a row. I think he's going to start to find his ground. He's going to get closer to midseason form in week 2. I think the Bucs are going to pull away with this one. Next up, 49ers at Jets. This is a pretty easy one. I've got to go with San Francisco here. I have a deep hatred for San Francisco. They beat my Bengals twice in the Super Bowl, but they're definitely the more complete team. The Jets really don't have much going for them. They've got Le'Veon Bell, who's on the downtrend. They've got Sam Darnold, who really doesn't have much to throw to. They lost Jamal Adams in the free agency, so I think the Jets are going to be in a big rebuilding phase. So I think the 49ers are going to win this one. Broncos at Steelers. This is one that surprisingly could go either way. I think I'm going to have to go. This is a tough one. think I'm going to have to go with the Steelers on this one. Steelers, that steel curtain's going to be a lot better than the Tennessee Titans defense was last week. They didn't really lose much. I'm still surprised Jadeveon Clowney didn't do a whole lot in their week 1 showing. But I think Pittsburgh's got the more complete team once again. Big Ben is back, and he showed us why he's been the starter in Pittsburgh for as long as he has been. I think Big Ben's going to lead the Steelers to their second win of the year against Denver. And they're at home at Heinz Field. Pittsburgh is one of the harder teams to beat at home. And I don't think Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos are quite ready for the Steel City. Except Jags at Titans. I think Tennessee's going to pull away with this one. I know I said Tennessee last week, and they way too close for comfort. Hopefully Gostkowski can get his accuracy down. He missed 3 field goals and a PAT. It's the most he's missed, as far as I'm aware, in his career in a single game. He had 0 games with 3 missed field goals as a Patriot, and he had 3 in his opening with the Titans. And I'm not super comfortable on him outside of the New England era, or whatever. The Jaguars surprised me a lot. They pulled away with the win last week. And I just realized that I said somebody played the Colts that didn't. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, besides that, I think the Jaguars, they got lucky against the Colts. Either that or the Colts just played poorly. I think I'm going to have to go with Tennessee on this one. I want to say Derrick Henry's going to keep going. Looked like he was already near midseason form, rushing for over 100 yards in a single game. I think that was good for second in the NFL, either second or third, one of the top 3. And I think Ryan Tannehill, he had the 2-minute drill. He had the 2-minute drill down pretty solid. I like the Titans here, but again, this one could go either way. Then we got Lions and Packers, big NFC North divisional game. I think the Packers are going to take this one. They had probably the most impressive showing of Week 1. Biggest fantasy showing, that's for sure. I think Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams are in mid-season form. The connection is there. Packers only have one true big-name wide receiver. But Adams is good enough to do it himself. They've still got Aaron Jones in the backfield. Aaron Rodgers has been given plenty of time. I don't think the Lions are going to have anything for it. As much as I love Matt Stafford, I don't think he's going to do a whole lot against this Green Bay defense. So I think the Packers are going to run away with this one, and it's not going to be a one-score game. It's going to be a big one. Bills and Dolphins, another AFC East rivalry. This one I'm going to have to give to the Bills because, Bills are one of my favorites to go to make a playoff run this year. I think they're going to be at least a wild card, almost guaranteed. Now that there's an extra wild card spot, I think the Bills are pretty much a lock. Dolphins, still potentially rebuilding. I think Tua should probably get the start this week. But I have a feeling the Dolphins are going to stick with Fitzmagic just a little bit longer. Hope they can get some Fitzmagic. I think Tua is going to be the safer option now. As much as I hate starting a rookie quarterback this early, I think if the Dolphins want to win, they're going to have to move on from Ryan Fitzpatrick. The Buffalo defense is one of the better ones in the NFL, so I don't like the Dolphins' odds to get many points on the board. I say Dolphins score no more than 10 in this game. I'm going to have to go with the Bills. Vikings at Colts. I think the Vikings are going to take this one. They held up pretty well against Green Bay as the Colts just kind of folded to Jacksonville. Green Bay is definitely a better team than Jacksonville, and Minnesota held in pretty strong. I think I like the Vikings odds here. I might not be the biggest fan of the team itself, but I think the Vikings are going to go right through Indy. So Washington at Cardinals. Washington at Arizona. I think Arizona's going to take this one. They just took down the defending NFC champions. Kyler Murray was looking pretty solid, especially with another playmaker in DeAndre Hopkins. I said this before, and I'll say it again. I think the Cardinals have a real shot at a playoff run this year. They really just needed a little bit of help for Larry Fitzgerald, and they got it in one of the best receivers in the NFL right now. Duke Johnson. Why did I say Duke Johnson? The David Johnson trade is looking way better than what I would have at first imagined. I mean, D-Hop went off for 150 yards in his first game as a Cardinal. Sure, he didn't score, but that's still 150 yards. It's no easy feat. Washington's coming off of a big game on defense with 8 sacks. I think this one's shaping up to be a good one. But we've got to remember, Washington did go against Philadelphia, who had 3 starters on their offensive line out. So that's a pretty big hit to the offense. So I'm not going to get my hopes up for Washington just yet. I think there's still a strong chance that they don't do much the rest of the year. So I'm going to have to take Arizona on this one. Baltimore at Houston. Before I would have said this one was probably going to be close, but now I'm not so sure. Baltimore, I mean, easily dominated Cleveland. But well, that was to be expected. I mean, it's Cleveland. Baltimore, Lamar Jackson looked even better than what he did last year, as I said he would. J.K. Dobbins looked strong in his first start. I believe it was, 2 touchdowns that he scored as a rookie debut. They've still got Mark Ingram in the backfield. Mark Andrews was looking solid. Marquise Brown. It's just the perfect offense, or close to it. You can't really beat that. And then their defense is still one of the best in the league. They didn't really lose a whole lot in free agency. So I think I take the Ravens here. Houston, they looked all right against Kansas City, but I think near the end, Kansas just started to back off a little bit, slow down, because we didn't really see much of Deshaun Watson until later in the late in the third quarter and even into the fourth quarter. Deshaun Watson, the big thing about Watson is that he's got the ability to run, and he didn't really have a big run until he scored a first down with a little over 10 yards in late in the third. So I can't put much faith in the Texans to hold strong here. I think I'm going to take the Ravens to win it by 2 scores. So we've got now the Kansas City Chiefs visit the Chargers. Chargers make their debut in SoFi Stadium, and I think it's going to be bad. I mean, they're going against the Kansas City Chiefs, who you already know is one of the big competitors. They are the defending Super Bowl champions for a reason. The Chargers just gave up a whole lot. They gave up 13 points and what realistically could have been 16 points and even a loss to the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, I'm not saying the Bengals are bad, but they're no Kansas City Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are going to run away with this one. It's going to be at least a 3-score game. That's my prediction right here. I don't think they have much to deal with. That high-powered offense is probably the best offense in the NFL. Best receiving corps by far. With Sammy Watkins, Tyreek Hill, Mecole Hardman. Now you've got Clyde Edwards-Helaire to deal with in the background, and of course Patrick Mahomes. You can't go wrong with Patrick Mahomes, and you've still got one of the top 2 tight end in Travis Kelce. So I think I take the Chiefs here by no small margin. Next, we've got New England visits Seattle. This one's probably going to be one of the better games of week 2. I like the Seahawks here because they are at home. Sure, they don't have the crowd cheering. They don't have the 12th man. But the Seahawks just put up a pretty strong performance against Atlanta. New England went against Miami. So you don't really have much to go for in terms of opposition. I think I like Seattle here. I think Russell Wilson's going to really show off against a New England defense that's really kind of mediocre now. And I think the Seattle defense is going to hold strong and keep Cam Newton in place. If they can prevent Cam Newton from making big plays on the ground, then I think Seattle's going to pull away with this one by at least a score. Next up, we have the Saints traveling to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. I'm going to say I don't like the Raiders' odds here. I think New Orleans is going to be the more complete team. As I said before, Las Vegas, I don't really have much faith in Derek Carr. I hope he proves me wrong because he seems like a pretty good guy. But, I mean, he's got Josh Jacobs on the ground, and that's really most of what he has to work with. Now, New Orleans did go against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so I think their Tampa Bay defense really was kind of and Tom Brady had quite a few missteps in his first showing. So I'm not entirely sure how the New Orleans defense would handle a stronger offense, but how can you get much stronger than Tom Brady? I'm not sure. I think I like the Saints odds to win on Monday night. And even without Michael Thomas, they still have Emmanuel Sanders, and I think they're going to pull away with this one. But anyway, that is my predictions for week 2. Let's see if I can stay above 500. I'm hopeful to get a perfect week. It's going to happen one of these weeks. Just wait for it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.